Welcome in this video lecture. So we will talk about molecular geometry and polarity. Okay, so when we say molecular geometry, these are the three-dimensional shape. Okay, three-dimensional shape of molecules. So they have their specific shapes with regard with different rules on how we can identify their specific shapes in terms of number of lone pairs and number of terminal atoms. So we will discuss that eventually. And also we will also discuss about polarity. Okay, polarity. So let's start with polarity. So when we say polarity, okay, just like Earth, di ba yung Earth natin, it has two polarity. We have your north polarity and south polarity. Now, in terms of molecules, there are also polarity in molecules. That is your positive and negative. Okay? Now, there are two types of polarity. So, it can be polar or non-polar. So when we say polar, meron po siyang dipole. Okay, dipole moments. Pero kapag non-polar, there is no dipole moment. Okay? So dipole means kapag sinabing dipole, di means two. Okay, and the two polarity which is positive and negative. So say for example, we have your water. Okay, H2O. The structure of H2O is like this. Okay. So that is the structure of H2O. So as you can see, we need to identify, the first step in order for us to identify if water is considered to be polar or non-polar is to check their electronegativity. Okay? So, you can see the electronegativity of oxygen and hydrogen. So as you can see, there are two elements involved, oxygen and hydrogen. So let's check, or you can check in your periodic table what is the electronegativity of hydrogen. Hydrogen has 2.20 while oxygen has 3.44. Now the highest electronegativity will be the negative side or negative polarity. So since the highest here is oxygen, so our oxygen will be the negative and the hydrogen will be the positive. The same also here, negative and positive. Okay, so the direction of the dipole always point to the negative charge. Okay, it always point to the negative charge. Okay, so if you will add this arrow in terms in your physics, let's consider these two arrows as vectors. So the additive of these two arrow will be upward. Okay, will be upward. So since there is positive and negative, then there is dipole moment. So kung may dipole moment siya, ibig sabihin our water is considered to be polar molecule. Okay, it's polar molecule. How about this example? Okay, let me erase this. How about carbon dioxide? Okay, so this is, okay, I'm sorry. The structure of carbon dioxide is like this. Okay, so we have the central atom, which is carbon, and double bond with our two oxygen. Okay. So the same true, we will get their electronegativity in your periodic table. Okay, so what is the electronegativity of carbon and oxygen? So our carbon is 2.55 while your oxygen is 3.44. And the highest will be the negative, which is C, oxygen. So this will be negative and this will be negative. And the carbon will be positive and also positive. Just like what I've said, the dipole direction always point to the negative charge. Okay? Now, what will be the additive of this vector? Now, take note that when two arrows are in opposite direction, just like this, they are in opposite direction, this arrow points to the east, while this arrow points to the west. As long as they are in the same axis, they will cancel out. Ibig sabihin, mawawala po ang dipole moments niya kapag yung arrow ay different directions at the same axis. So they will be canceled out. Mawawala po yung positive and negative or the dipole moment. So if there is no dipole moment, how do you classify carbon? Is it polar or non-polar? So this is non-polar. Okay, it's non-polar. Next, this is the rule also in identifying if the molecule is polar or non-polar. When we say polar, the molecule is polar if there is a lone pair at the central atom. Okay, except there is an exemption. Okay, except linear and square planar. Okay, example, we have this molecule. We have your this is just an example. Let's say element A is bonded with element X, two element X, and they are identical elements. Your A there is central atom and your X there is your terminal atoms. And let's say meron siyang lone pair. Is this polar or non-polar? Okay. Sabi dito, if there is a lone pair at the central atom, di ba may lone pair siya? However, this shape is linear. And the exemption here, except linear. So, ibig sabihin, if you encounter this kind of structure, okay, this will become non-polar. Okay, this will become non-polar. Example again is your water, di ba? Oxygen bonded with hydrogen, and there are two lone pair. As you can see, there are two lone pairs in the central atom. And if that's the case, as long as its shape is not linear or planar, malalaman naman natin kung paano mag-identify ng shape. Then this is classified as polar. Okay? Kapag may lone pair sa gitna. Another is if they are asymmetric. Okay? Asymmetric. Kapag asymmetric, hindi pareho yung nakikita mo sa isang side with the other side. Okay, let me open the PowerPoint. Okay, this is okay, this is the first rule. If there is a lone pair in the central atom, then that is polar, except square planar and linear. The second rule is if that is asymmetric. Pag sinabi kasing asymmetric, hindi pareho yung nakikita mo sa left side, sa right side. So nakikita natin na ang left side, meron tayong dalawang hydrogen at sa right side ay oxygen. So kapag hindi sila magkapareho, that is polar. Example is yung nandyan sa structure, which is CH2O. Now, how about non-polar? When we say non-polar, kapag ang terminal atoms ay magkakapareho. Kapag sinabing terminal atoms, ito yung naka-attach sa central. At nakikita natin na the terminal atoms, we have chlorine. There are 4 chlorine, they are the same, they are identical. At kapag the same yung naka-attach sa central atom, yan ay non-polar. Okay? And the second rule under non-polar is kapag symmetric. Kapag asymmetric, that is polar. Pero kapag symmetric, that is non-polar. The same as you can see with your carbon dioxide. Pag sinabing symmetric, pareho yung nakikita nyo sa left side at sa right side. So, your left side, we have oxygen, and the right side, we also have your oxygen. So, pantay sila, pareho ng element, both side, then this is non-polar. Okay, that is non-polar. Now, for this part, we will now dig to the geometry, the molecular geometry, the shapes of different molecules that we can be able to identify. And we have your mnemonics here. Okay? So as you can see here at this part, the first column, you can see there we have your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ano tong mga to? These are the number of lone pair and number of terminal atoms. Okay, uulitin ko, number of lone pairs and number of terminal atoms. Gaya dito, 2. Okay? Bakit 2? Kasi meron po siyang, yung orange dito, yan yung terminal atoms. Okay, let me just annotate. Okay. So as you can see, ang linear, nasa number 2 siya kasi may dalawa pong naka-attach sa central atom at walang lone pair. Wala kayong nakikitang dots dyan, di ba? Walang dots. Okay, kaya yan, nasa row 2, 0 lone pair siya. Okay? Next is, the same is true with your number 4. Bakit 4? Kasi 1, 2, 3, 4. At 0 lone pair, walang naka-attach na dots sa gitna, yung kulay black na circle, di ba? Walang dots kayong nakikita, kaya ang shape niyan ay tetrahedral. Okay, para hindi, let's have an example so that you can understand it. Okay, so let's have the first example. We have your BeCl2. Itong BeCl2. So, BeCl2. So, the same, kukunin natin yung group number nilang dalawa. What is the group number of beryllium and chlorine in your periodic table? So, your beryllium is group 2 and your chlorine is group 7. We multiply them kung ilan ang Be dito at kung ilan ang Cl dyan. So, Be meron tayong 1 at Cl meron tayong 2. So, 2 times 1 is 2. 7 times 2 is 14. So, we add that 14 plus 2. That is 16 valence electron. Now, identify kung sino ang central. Di ba kapag sinabing central, siya lang yung nag-iisa. Sino ba yung nag-iisa dito? Si Be. Okay, lagay natin siya sa gitna. Tapos palibutan natin ng dalawang Cl. Tapos lalagyan natin ng tig-isang line. Sabi natin, each line contains 2 electrons. Sa ilang electrons nang meron dito? 4. Correct. Kasi 2 and 4. And we subtract it dun sa total valence electron natin. So, 16 minus 4 is 12. So, ibig sabihin, maglagay tayo ng 12 dots. Let's start with terminal atoms. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, it's 12. So, let's check ilan ang terminal atoms na naka-attach? 1, 2. May lone pair ba? Wala. So, row number 2, 0 lone pair. Ano ang row number 2, 0 lone pair? This is row number 2, tapos this is 0 lone pair. So, ano ang shape niya? Magiging linear siya. So, the shape of this one is linear. Ibig sabihin, we don't need to reshape it kasi nakuha na natin agad yung structure niya. That is linear. Now, is this polar or non-polar? Okay, di ba? Kapag polar, walang lone pair sa gitna. May lone pair ba dito? Wala. So, this is non-polar. Okay, that is non-polar. So, that's the first example. Next example is BCl3. Let's have the BCl3. Okay, so BeCl3. I am sorry, it's boron pala. B lang siya. BCl3. Okay, the same, kukunin natin yung group number ni boron. Your boron is group 3. Your chlorine is group 7. We multiply them kung tigi-ilan sila. Boron is 1. Chlorine is 3. So, 3 times 1, 3. 7 times 3, 21. So, 21 plus 3, it's 24 valence electron. So, ngayon, sino ang central atom? The central atom, siya yung nag-isa, that is boron. At palibutan ng tatlong Cl na may tigi-isang line. Ngayon, ilang electrons ang i-minus natin? So, 2, 4, 6. Okay, minus 6. So, ilan na lang natira? We have 18. So, ilagay natin yung remaining 14 dots. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, ngayon bilangin natin yung terminal atoms. Ilan ang terminal atoms? 1, 2, 3. Ngayon, may lone pair ba sa gitna? May dots ba sa gitna? Wala. So, row number 3, 0 lone pair. This is row number 3 and 0 lone pair. So, ang shape niya ay trigonal planar. So, paano ang shape ng trigonal planar? Ganito daw dapat. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin siyang i-reshape. Hindi ganito ang shape niya. Okay? So, we need to reshape it. Gaya nung nasa PowerPoint. So, that is the shape of your BCl3. Ilagay din natin yung dots na nilagay natin kanina. So, anong name nito kanina? This is your trigonal planar. And is this polar or non-polar? May lone pair ba sa gitna? Wala. So kapag wala, this is non-polar. Okay, so as easy as that. Okay, next example, we have your NH3. NH3. So nitrogen and hydrogen. So anong group si nitrogen and hydrogen? Okay, so your hydrogen is group 1 and your nitrogen is group 5. So we multiply them. Ilan ang nitrogen? Isa. Ang hydrogen ay 3. So 5 times 1, 5. And your hydrogen, 3 times 1, 3. So ilan na lang? 8. Ilan ang sum? Kakusana is 8. So which is central atom? Siyang nag-isa, that is N. At palibutan ng tatlong hydrogen na may tigi-isang line. Ngayon, ilan ang ima-minus? 2, 4, 6. So, minus 6. Ilan na lang ang natira? We have 2. So, saan natin ilalagay ang 2 dots? Kay hydrogen ba or kay nitrogen? Okay, ang iyong hydrogen, meron lang siyang, ang kaya niya lang i-hold ay 2. Kasi nasa period 1 siya. Diba kapag period 1, ang kayang element lang na pwedeng ma-hold na electrons ay 2. Kapag period 2 is 10. Okay? So, yan. Nagbe-base tayo dito. Kaya hindi na natin pwedeng ilagay yung dalawang dots kay hydrogen kasi 2 lang ang kaya niya. 2 na yung each line. So, saan natin nilalagay kay nitrogen? Okay, sa anong row number? Bilangin natin 1, 2, 3, 4. So, row 4 siya. So, mag-focus dito sa row 4. Ito ang row 4, di ba? Ngayon, ilang lone pairs ang nasa gitna? Meron tayong isang lone pair. So, dito tayo. 1 lone pair and row 4. So, ang shape niya ay trigonal pyramidal. So, ganito daw dapat ang shape niya. So, anong gagawin natin? We need to reshape it. So, palitan natin yung shape. O, ganito daw dapat siya. This is trigonal pyramidal. Is this polar or non-polar? May lone pair sa gitna. So this is polar. Okay, so as easy as that. Another example. We have your SiF4. SiF4 or the silicon and your fluorine. So let's check kung anong group number si silicon and fluorine. Okay, so your silicon is group 4 and your fluorine is group 7. So we multiply them. Ilang silicon nakikita? Isa. Ilang fluorine? 4. So 4 times 1 is 4. 7 times 4. 7, 14 to 1, 28. So 28 plus 4, it's 32. So sinang magiging gitna? Ang nag-iisa ay si Si. At palibutan ng 4 na F. So, ilan ang ima-minus? Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Diba? 8 ang ima-minus natin. So, minus 8. So, 32 minus 8 is 24. 24 ba? Yeah, it's 24. So, magbilang ng 24 dots. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay, so ilan ang terminal atoms? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Meron bang lone pair? Wala. So 4, okay, 4 or row number 4, 0 lone pair. Ano ang row number 4, 0 lone pair? It's tetrahedral. So kailangan pa rin ba nating i-reshape? Hindi na kasi ganun na yung mismong shape ng tetrahedral. Okay, so we name this as tetrahedral. And this is polar or non-polar? Mayroon bang lone pair sa gitna? Wala. So this is non-polar. Okay, so ganun lang siya. Next example, we have your, okay, let's have your let's have your XeF4. XeF4. So we have your Xe, xenon, and your fluorine. So anong group number si xenon? That is group 8. Fluorine is 7. Ilang xenon? Isa. Ilang fluorine? Meron tayong 4. Okay? So, sinang 8 times 1 is 8. And this is 28. So, 28 plus 8, we have 36. So, sinang ilalagay sa gitna? Si Xe. Palibutan ng 4 na fluorine. Ilan ang ima-minus? So, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So, minus 8. 36 minus 8, we have 28 dots. Ilagay yung 28, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Kapag napuno na yung terminal, proceed sa central atom. 24, 26, 28. Okay. So, ilan ang terminal atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos ibilang din tong lone pair. 4, 5, 6. So, row 6 siya. Saan ang row 6? O, ito, di ba? Tapos ngayon, ilang lone pair ba yun? Ilang lone pair ang nasa gitna? Meron tayong 2, di ba? So, row 6, 2 lone pair. This is yung 6. This is yung 2 lone pair. So, saan sila nag-meet? Nag-meet, that is your square planar. Ito daw ang shape niya. So, we need to reshape kasi hindi yan ang tamang shape. Para siyang pa-letter X. Okay? Okay, so ganito daw ang shape ng XeF4. And this is square planar. Ngayon, is this polar or non-polar? As you can see, meron siyang lone pair sa gitna, pero ang shape niya ay square planar. Sabi natin, kapag polar, meron siyang lone pair sa central atom except square planar. So is this polar or non-polar? So definitely this is non-polar. Okay, so that's how we identify the polarity and the molecular geometry of a particular molecules. So yung mga hindi pa nagawa dito, you can do it in your own. This is your practice exercises. Okay? So this is the end of this video lecture.